lot of capital out there, a lot of capital looking for investments, partly because of the low interest rates.
Historically, if an entrepreneur in Europe needed $25 to $40 million, that pool of capital did not exist here.
And there are certain areas where I think, Europe is still missing in terms of number of funds or number of capital sources for companies, especially if they really want to scale and get larger financing rounds.
And also deeper pockets, like the big $300, $500 million funds or more than that.
There's a lot of good things already happening. So if you look at, for example, the European Investment Fund is very broadly supporting a lot of European funds.
To really first kickstart either new funds or existing funds with an anchor investor. And that's been a tremendous boon for the ecosystem here.
But they don't provide all the money, so it's always matched with private money, which I think is a very smart way to make sure there is more liquidity coming into investment funds.
Really what the government can do to help enable this, I think, is think a little bit about how to foster the ecosystem for large pensions, German pensions, British pensions.
And so I think private capital coming more into these markets will drive more innovation, higher levels of performance.
You can see day after day examples of success stories with great entrepreneurs founding companies that increase in value and get to a point where they get sold or even better, go public.
The returns that we're seeing over the past 5 years have grown very, very strongly.
So I think there's a need for these type of funds that are now being created throughout Europe that are a little bit larger, that have more capital also able to deploy in those type of companies.